off to a great start, it doesn't matter. That feeling is going to be there of not really knowing, not really sure. So we just want to stress kind of the importance of welcoming your DTs, giving them the information and the direction that they need to get started. Uh-oh. That's okay, I'll just talk from my slide. Okay, so number one, I kind of broke this down into 3 different pieces because we have a new distributor checklist, and some things are very more about validation, some things are informational, and then there's also direction. So validation, congratulating them on joining. Okay, so another common thing with people that sign up is they sign up, they go to bed, and they wake up the next morning and they're like, what did I just do? So it's really important for you as a distributor to congratulate them on joining. Basically what you're trying to do is validate their decision and help remove any doubts that they may have. The next thing would be to add to any team pages. And there's no formula for this. Everybody has different team pages. So really what's important is just knowing which ones to add them to and explaining why. So you're not just gonna add them to 3 team pages and just say, have fun. You know, you're going to break down what each team page is and why it's important for them. The next step then would be to welcome them on the team pages. Obviously this is under validation, so this is a little bit of a validation, but it also, you know, this is a team-oriented business. So when you welcome them on Facebook and 20 distributors comment, welcome to the team, oh, you're gonna have so much fun, you're gonna love this, it not only validates their decision to join, but it also helps them to start to see that they are part of a bigger team. Okay. Encourage them to connect with other DTs. So some ideas here, you could talk to them about friending and following leaders. And when I do this, I try to give them kind of a big array of leaders to follow, not just my favorites. I want them, you never know who's gonna connect with who. And so by giving them several to choose from, then you know they might connect with somebody that you don't connect with. If they're in a certain geographic location. So I signed up, I made a trip out to South Carolina and signed up a whole slew of distributors out there. And now we have other distributors that are in the same area. And so we're trying to connect them and they're working together. They're not on the same leg, but they're finding a lot of, you know, they're helping each other get started out there. Similar age, we have a lot of college students, which connecting them and helping them they have a little bit different perspective. So just kind of really trying to connect your DTs. Okay, in terms of the information, we send out a welcome email, and I don't know if everybody does this. Yeah, okay. So something that when you first sign somebody up, you need to do this like right away because they want to get in, they want to get started, they want to know how do I get into eSuite. They might not know what eSuite is, but they want to get in, they want to look through things, they want to look through files. So we send them a welcome email. I do have some extra copies if anybody wants to grab one here, just if you don't have a template. I know they're also in a lot of the files pages on the team pages. They're in the files on the team pages. But basically, we try to keep it as simple as possible to not overwhelm them. However, there is a lot of information that they need to know. So just giving them their their distributor number, their how to get to eSuite, talking about what their replicated website is, going over the importance of auto ships for being commission qualified. What else? Pay, like how to set up your pay. Just some basic, really, basic information that they need right away. The next thing, which is kind of a expansion of this, have you guys all seen this? The frequently asked questions? Yeah, so it's like a 4-page, just awesome reference for people. There are all the important websites are in there. It explains a lot of different things that new distributors need to know. Well, I did, but not everybody will read through this, but that's okay, because when they ask you a question and you're trying to explain it to them, you can refer them back to this, and that will be really helpful. Training, so there are, obviously the It Works You, which is an eSuite, but also there are a lot of videos out there. I think, Mackenzie, you said you have a Newbie to Ruby training video out on... Okay, yeah, so, and those are out on YouTube, and there are tons of videos on YouTube. Also, we have, frequently we have different new distributor training sessions. So I know like our team, we have them, my uplines have them. But if your team doesn't have them, then that's something, you know, you might want to get together and do some new distributor one-on-one training, or, you know, over Zoom or something like that. Tools, and the reason that this says optional, I want to share with you what I do. You guys, you know, you might not be able to do this, you might not want to do it, but that's okay. I just, one of the things that we do for our new distributors is we give them a distributor book, and it has a lot of the same files that are in the files pages. Some people are paper people, and so they like to have this with them. I like mine to take to parties with me. At the back, you can't see it, but they're like a bunch of the commonly like sold products. I've printed off all of the ingredients for and everything like that. So when I go to a party, if I don't have internet access or something, I can just, you know, if somebody says, well, what's in this? I can pull out my little binder and then hand them to that. So that's a tool that we give to our distributors. If you don't want to do that, which save trees, please, by all means, save trees and save your money. You can also just point them to the direction of the files where all this information is located, and then if they want to print that off, they can. Catalogs, so a lot of, there's an importance with momentum. So when you first sign up a new distributor, they're ready to go. Anything you can get them so that they can actually get started and they're not just sitting there watching the mailbox for their kit to come. So we like to give them a few catalogs, a few samples, things like that, just so that they can really get started. We give them a few blitz cards so they can start going and not waiting for their kit to come in. So, okay, and then the last part is direction. So the first one's really important. Learn their why and their goals, so basically you can set expectations for the business. This is something I was terrible at. I did not do this with people, and I really regretted it. So I'm trying to do it more, but learning their why, I think I did okay with that. The thing that I think is really important to ask your new distributors is how much time do you have to work on this, and what are your goals, what are your expectations, where do you want to be? Because if they tell you I've got 1 hour a week to work on this and I want to be diamond in 2 months, you know right there that there's a disconnect, okay? Because that's not going to happen. I wish it would, but maybe it's worked for some people, I don't know, but it didn't work for me. I worked really hard to get where I'm at. But by knowing that kind of information, you can really level set with them and basically set expectations based on their perspective, not where you want them to be. So that's pretty important. Teaching steps to success, I think this is a no-brainer. Huge business tool that we should all strive for, teach our new distributors to strive for. Scheduling launch parties. We do both virtual parties and live parties. So sometimes we have people that have a bunch of friends and family that are out of state or that can't come to their live party. So we do a virtual party on Facebook just so that they can get all of those people there. I can't stress the importance of parties. So one thing I like about this business is it's really not a party-based business. I don't have to, you know, go host parties 4 times a week to, you know, be successful. But the launch party is really, I'll tell you a quick story. So when I first signed up, I had my launch party like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, after I signed up. And I had already signed up probably 5 distributors and quite a few customers. So everybody, I think I had 10 people, 8 or 10 people at my launch party. Everybody there was already either a distributor or a customer.
And she still had the party. She didn't cancel it because of that. She still had it.
I had never been to a party before. I'd been taking the products for a year, but I'd never been to a party. I learned so much at that party. And every single person there that had been taking one product went home and upped their order so that now they were taking 3 or 4. So it's just, there's a lot of good information in a launch party, and sometimes if we have a distributor that's really struggling, we'll talk to them and you haven't had your launch party yet. You know, it's really like a momentum boosting activity. So, and then the last one is just ideas, challenges, and assignments. New distributors crave direction, so anything you can do in terms of giving them small challenges, small ideas, assignments. Post this on Facebook. It's a 72-hour challenge. Do something like that. Just so that they constantly, those first 30 days, if they sit, the longer they sit, the less momentum you're going to have. So basically your goal is to keep them working. And so in order to do that, you have to give them those ideas, challenges, and assignments. I was talking to Mackenzie the other night, something she said, which I think is just great, is really it's not on here, but really stressing to them that you are there to help them. A lot of people are scared to ask questions. They think, oh, I'm bothering her or whatever. So it's really important for you to stress to your new distributors that you're there for them and you're willing to help them with anything that they need. So that's it.